let's say you have a new beauty device that people don't know about, you won't have like direct search for it. So Meta is usually like a best fit for it. In this call, we want to talk about the strategy between Google and Meta. So how the two platforms can work together. I think the key is to have consistency. We don't want to be misaligned in terms of the headlines or the offers. Ideally, for all the three steps of the funnel, so top, middle, and bottom. I think everyone here is probably familiar with top, middle, and bottom of funnel. But let me just give a quick overview of how I see it. So top of funnel would be people that are would be prospecting, would be people that are considering. They're looking for information but not ready just yet to buy. Middle would be people that kind of are aware of the brand or of the offer you have. And then bottom would be people that just recently visited the website or added to cart recently, or existing customers for retention. So before I get into that, I wanted to kind of talk about the difference of Meta ads compared to Google ads. So the major difference to me is the passive versus active intent. So on Google, users will search for the product, so actually looking for it, using their time actually for looking for those products and services. Versus Meta is kind of just like displayed while they're browsing, family and friends, and when they're bored and whatnot. So it's quite a different approach, but I think it's if we can align as much as possible, I think that's great for the overall results and just for the client satisfaction. If he sees both on Google and Meta, either on the call or if he search for it, that usually comes up pretty clean. So Meta has a lot of information on the users, and sometimes it's so smart, and or sometimes they will just kind of listen to conversation. We feel, I don't think they're not allowed to, but it could be that people think that they listen to, but it's just their behavior, or maybe it's messages they type or something like that. So often Meta can deliver an ad even before they search for it. So that's quite a powerful thing of Meta. And it can be a bit similar to YouTube too. So it can be quite it works quite well for brand awareness and engagement if that's a goal. But as an agency, usually our goal is not really like brand awareness and engagement. It's mostly leads or sales. So something to keep in mind. So this I went over a little bit. So Meta is more suitable for product and services that don't have any direct search. So let's say you have a new beauty device that people don't know about. You won't have like direct search for it. So Meta is usually like a best fit for it. Or if it's a coach that will teach you how to close the leads better, for example. Of course, there might be some search for it, but usually Meta will be a better fit for those type of products. So something to keep in mind. Also, the social proof engagement, it's a key factor for Meta, and it gives you a lot of feedback on. People will often comment on the ad itself, but also sometimes on their experience of the business, if they were like a happy customer or if they had a bad experience. So just looking at comments on your top performing ads, the ones that have the most spend, will usually give you a good idea of the health of the business. If you have a lot of comments. And Meta is more visual. Of course, there's YouTube that kind of goes in with Google, but in terms of images, especially with videos, carousel, it can be better for brand storytelling. There's way to with objective that are more like awareness and engagement. Often we can see like a lower reach and factor better the impact of the brand awareness. There's an objective called brand lift, which Facebook surveys just certain people on if they remember the ads, and then from those results they can know how much of a brand lift in terms of brand awareness that that did. So pretty cool features that Meta has that I don't think we can, really achieve directly on Google. Yeah, and targeting, I think targeting can be more narrowed on Meta, in terms of lookalikes, interests. You can narrow both of them. You have custom audience, you have gender and age. I know there's some on Google too, but I think Meta might be a bit more narrow, but best practice and what I recommend is to leave it open or leave it as a large audience. So that's kind of it for the major difference I see in terms of Google Ads. I think those were important to point out before we go into the strategy. So yeah, there's only like a small portion of the market that is ready to buy right now, and the rest, is kind of either considering or just researching or thinking about it, kind of thing. So that's kind of the reason for the three steps. So top of funnel would be people that are not just yet ready, middle funnel are almost ready, and bottom funnel are ready now and want to close them. So that's kind of the idea. So in terms of where we start, I think existing Google clients with no meta history or low previous result, low spend or bad results, I think we can start with Google best performing ad angles. So we can look into the account and see which headlines and description are working best or getting the most impression. Same things for images or videos for YouTube as well. I think those should be tested. The ones that Google are showing the most. There's probably a reason for it, and we should try to match that on Meta. That's kind of low hanging fruit to align both platform. So I think both the ad buyers on Google and on Meta should connect on that and probably share info if it's an existing Google client with no Meta history or low results. But if they have if they're a new client, if they have better results previously on Meta, I would suggest to look at the best performing creative, the one that has the most spent, of course, not just a few purchases, but quite a bit, and then try to implement that on the Google Ads side of things in terms of copy and videos and images. And if it's start from scratch, or the results were bad or the setup was bad on Meta and Google, I would say start with the client briefing, look at the website, the social media, and then do some internal brainstorming in terms of what you want to do for top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel.
What other marketing does he run? Facebook?
Whoa, he runs a small amount of Facebook, yeah, and I've asked for access to his Facebook so that Faison and I can look at what they're doing, because he said in the meeting I had with him that they've switched from outbound to mostly remarketing in their Facebook.